Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona Pasqua.
Pope Francis has died.
We do begin tonight with the death of Pope Francis, the leader of 1.3 billion.
Catholics around the world mourn the death of Pope Francis. The College of Cardinals is preparing for his funeral and the prospect.
Pope Francis, as you know, has been suffering health challenges, has now passed away.
Devo annunciare la morte del nostro Santo Padre Francesco alle ore 7:35 di questa mattina.
What happens when the world's most vocal critic of capitalism, a man who called greed the dung of the devil, suddenly leaves the global stage? The death of Pope Francis isn't just a spiritual loss, it's an economic earthquake. Behind the silence and prayers, there's a ripple that's shaking Wall Street, world leaders, and more. Because Pope Francis wasn't just a spiritual leader, he was a loud, bold voice against greed, inequality, and climate destruction. And now, that voice is gone. The ripple effect, it's already spreading, from hotel prices in Rome to financial markets worldwide. Today, we're exploring the real impact of Pope Francis's death and why it could reshape conversations around money, markets, and morality. You are welcome to Dollars in the Door. Here you will get insightful information, building a very successful lifestyle and balanced life all round. Remember to click the subscribe button and ring that bell for more updates before you proceed. Why did Pope Francis matter to the economy? Pope Francis was different from other popes. He questioned capitalism and believed profit-driven systems hurt people and the planet. In his 2013 apostolic exhortation, Evangelii Gaudium, he stated that human dignity and the common good should shape all economic policies. His influence reached over 1 billion Catholics. He didn't just talk, he acted. He pushed the Vatican to divest from harmful industries and criticize systems that left the poor behind. Now, with him gone, will the fight for a fairer economy continue? Let's take a closer look at the movements he inspired and the lasting impact they could have on the global economy. Pope Francis sparked a movement. One of his boldest ideas, the economy of Francesco, a global call to create an economy that serves the poor and protects the planet. He brought together young economists, students, and social entrepreneurs worldwide to ask one radical question. Can we create an economy that serves the poor and protects the planet? The answer? A wave of innovation. From sustainable agriculture in Kenya to ethical banking in Europe, his vision wasn't just talk, it was action. But with him gone, will the movement survive? Will world leaders keep pushing for change, or will business as usual take over? The next few months may decide that. But in the meantime, let's take a look at something else that could have a huge impact. The Vatican's hidden money machine. Most people don't know this, but the Vatican isn't just holy ground. It's also a financial powerhouse. It earns from investments, real estate, museums, even stamps. When Pope Francis took over, he found corruption and moved to clean house. In classic Francis style, he didn't turn a blind eye. His reforms were controversial and incomplete. With his passing, the question is, will the next pope continue the cleanup or revert to old practices? If the Vatican falls back into secrecy, it's not just a church issue, it's a global financial one.
Ogni volta che io entro in questi posti, mi domando.
Let's now turn to the immediate economic impact we're already seeing. The economic shock in Rome and beyond. Let's talk about the immediate impact. Pope Francis died in the early hours of April 21st, 2025, right after Easter. May his gentle soul rest in peace, a time when tourism in Rome was already peaking. And the moment the news broke, demand surged. Flights, hotel prices, everything spiked. It was a massive shock to the local economy, showing how a spiritual event can have real economic consequences. This wasn't a natural disaster, but markets shifted, inventories vanished, and businesses scrambled. And with the dust settling, the next big question is how markets and policies will react moving forward. The ripple effect isn't just in Rome. Financial markets are uncertain. Investors are watching to see if the next pope will continue France's progressive economic stance or revert to tradition. How will this shape religious institutions and global policies moving forward? The loss of France's moral voice leaves a void, and it's not clear who will fill it. As we look at the broader impact, one area we can't ignore is inclusivity. LGBT inclusion and economic ripple. Pope Francis also pushed for LGBT inclusion within the church.
The church is open to everyone.
His famous "Who am I to judge?" statement wasn't just a spiritual shift, it had cultural and economic weight. He made this comment during his in-flight press conference from Rio de Janeiro to Rome on July 28, 2013. Companies changed HR policies, communities felt seen, and markets responded. With his death, does the church double down on inclusion or retreat? Either way, it will have economic implications. Pope Francis' death isn't just a historical moment, it's a wake-up call. He challenged power and fought for fairness, making the church a bold player in economic justice. Now, in his absence, the question remains, will we continue to build an economy that works for everyone, or will we return to systems that serve only a few? His voice may be gone, but the ripple effect? That's just getting started. So, what are we going to do with it? Thank you for watching, and hey, if you made it this far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone. Also, do not forget to subscribe to our newsletter on our website at http://www.dollarsinthedoer.com to get more updates from us.